stanza. I am the ukulele fool. Welcome to my channel. I foolishly believe that the ukulele will bring out your inner gypsy. This is an Irish song, so let's get going. You only need these 5 chords, and most of them are super easy, beginner friendly, but if that E minor is giving you pause for cause, stick around because I've got some, I call them cheats, but somebody in the comments said you should call them coping mechanisms. So I've got some coping mechanisms for that E minor, and I've also got a strumming pattern. I'm going to talk about the part where you go, on the heart of a lady. We're going to talk about the timing and how I do the introduction. I've got a history nerd section, which is my signature section, and then a play along. I have timestamps for all of those down below, so if not all of this is fascinating to you, we'll find the section that is. Let's get learning. I'll bet you've already learned a C chord before. Then there is an F chord, and I use my index finger to lead to get to the C to the F chord. Then there is a G7, and you're always coming into that G7 from a C. So you've got to go from C, put your index finger up here, and then these 2 fingers plop down there. There's also an A minor. I'm playing it with my middle finger for this tune today. You know, it always kind of depends on that A minor, where you're coming and going, but today, my middle finger. Then there is that E minor chord. I play it kind of like stacking on top of each other, index finger in the 2nd fret, 3rd fret on the E string, and then 4th fret on the C string. I think of it as a ladder leaning up against the wall. That kind of imagery helps me remember. But if that E minor isn't for you, the first thing you can do is get out your trusty pen, and you can mark out every E minor, and you can put in a C. It'll work just fine. I'll prove it to you. He whistled and he sang till the green woods rang. C sounds just fine. I like the E minor in there because there's lots of C and G7 in this song, so the E minor kind of breaks it up and it fits. You could do a jazzier version of an E minor. You could do an E minor 7. An E minor 7 is basically your G7, but you pick up the ring finger on the C string. And so it'll sound like this. He whistled and he sang till the green woods rang. So that's another option for you. The basic strum that I'm going to be using throughout this song is a bum ditty or cowboy strum. The basics of that strum is you're going to be catching just the top 2 strings, down, 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 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2. So the first beat is the same length or takes up the same amount of time as the down up. So 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2 things, 1, 2 things, like that. So if you're putting a beat on your body, 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, like that. That can get a little repetitious. So at the end of each song, I have a perfect opportunity to break up the strumming a bit and make it a little less monotonous. Here's what I do on the end of each verse and each chorus. I'll do the chorus for you. And he won the heart of a lady. And then you go into the next thing. Single strums, C, F, and C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So when I hit the C after the single F, I'm back into the bum, ditty, like that. Do you have to do that? Do not. I just keep playing down bum ditties instead of a single down strum on C and the F. It's a little bit different in the timing, but it all works. And he won the heart of a lady. So if breaking it up with single strums isn't your jam, doesn't have to be. Hey, don't forget to hit that like thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. I know every YouTuber tells you that, but it helps other ukulele players find this content. And if you think this is content that you'd like to see on a frequent basis, hit that notification bell too, and you'll get informed every time I pop up a video, which is about once a week. Thank you so much. I would also be remiss if I didn't tell you about my Patreon program, because I have a Patreon community, and Patreon is basically what keeps this program going. Thank you so much to everybody that supports me. You mean the world to me. I know a lot of these people on a personal level because I have so many live events on Patreon. I have access to all my chord charts. I have live events. I'll put a link up here and down below in the description box that tells you what I offer on Patreon. If you think, you have a few bucks a month to spend, come join us. Well, flipper me gibbers. This sent me down a real rabbit hole because I was sure that I had learned this song as a folk tune when I was teaching general music at the elementary level for the 21 years that I did. So I was going like, wow, this is attributed to an actual songwriter, Leo McGuire, who's Irish, and it was first published or recorded rather in 1952. And so I was going like, how was I so wrong in my recollection, or so I started kind of poking around and found out, well, yes, it is very much related to a folk song. So writer's tip, find a great folk song and kind of rewrite it and make it your own, and you've got a great song, because this is Gypsy Rover's a great song. So the song Raggle-Taggle Gypsy-O's comes from the Scottish, Northern English border, and it's in minor. But it's very much the same song. Well, let's play it and then we'll talk about it. There's my sorry bitch. There were 3 bold gypsies came to our hall door. They came brave and boldly, oh, well, the one sang high and the other sang low. The one sang a raggle-taggle gypsy, oh. So it's minor, but pretty much follows the same storyline. The gal runs off with the gypsy, and she is pursued in the Gypsy Rover by her father. But in the Raggle-Taggle Gypsy, it's her husband. So she runs off of her marriage. And the premise is that she wants to live a more free lifestyle. In the Gypsy Rover, though, she winds up at a place that is described as a mansion, so he's not totally living out there in the rough with the gypsies. But in the Raggle-Taggle Gypsy, oh boy, she's discarding all her fineries to go live a more free but more rough lifestyle. And considering how little freedoms women had during these times and how very tied they were to the men that they were with, because women just really, needed a family structure for their economic well-being. The fact that you can run off and do something fun with that bad boy, yeah, that has some appeal. I get it. If you want me to do a tutorial on the Raggle-Taggle Gypsy-O's, harder chords, let me know. I hope you find these play-alongs helpful and they keep you rhythmically fluent and kind of give you a flavor of the song as you're playing along. And it's nice to know that there's somebody on the other side of the camera that's playing along with me. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Gypsy Rover came over the hill, down through the valley so shady. He whistled and he sang till the green woods rang. He was survived. No dog, well, there was some dog sneezing, but no dog interruptions, although she's looking at me. All right. Here's to your next video. I can't wait to help you on your ukulele journey.